Taurus, you have the strength to say no. Is this somebody you're willing to take into your home? PD Show Studios presents The Witchy Show. Enjoy, friends.
They say every man is defined by his reaction to any given situation. Well, who would you want to define you? Someone else or yourself?
Greetings, all divine beings. It is Witchy coming back to you with another video. And if you are feeling kind, please subscribe. It is Taurus time. I thank you guys for being a part of the tribe. Continue to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It is the witching hour, so we're going to tap into the magic at this time. I have the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck, and I thank you guys again for being here. So let's tap into it. We'll do the same. The past is extremely thick, just like Aries was, and I have the 7 of Potions. There is some choices you're going to have to make. The choices are going to come back from the past. Some will be connections with family, some trauma, but most of all, it's a big elephant in the room or some sort of dragon that you feel is a snake. Because in addressing this elephant in the room or this secret, I feel like it's going to open up a new conversation or a new understanding of some clear thinking. And I feel like after a while, the clear thinking is going to solve an indecisive decision that you've had about this person. Okay. Spirits, tell me more about Taurus and what needs to be told at this time for us. We have 2 that have popped out. The first one we have is the 7 of Candles. There may be some sort of celebration coming up. There is some sort of vision that I see, but is it a reward for you or someone else? The second card that popped out is the 2 of Presents. So I definitely feel like this is some sort of balance. And this also is going to create flexibility about a choice that you need to make. You have somebody that balances you out from the past. And this has been elongated over maybe 3 to 4, feels like months, but it could just be decades that we're pushing, depending on who I'm talking to here. And so if this person that you are going to reconnect with from the past brought you balance, tell me more about that and why this is happening. Well, they want to take you away. They want to take you in a way where they can get a new insight of who you are. You may be raising 3 children or around 3 people you care for, but this is something in private. They have to kind of scoop you off in order to like find out about something that feels bored or lost. Give me 3 more, please. And then we've got the Page of Potions. You may have had this hard decision to either talk to them or come back. However this goes, it's about drinking. There's something here that's very rude, but because it's rude, it's foolish too. So you have to know that with all of that in hand, you're dealing with somebody who's immature, but they may be immature because of an imbalance here, and you balance them. And then we've got the 10 of Needles. So there is no there's improvement here, but it's not with them. They may relapse in their drinking problem, and they want to reconnect so you can help them achieve some sort of success or a new level here. Final card is Strength. This is Leo energy. They may contact you by August to be completely faithful with you, but this is something of inner strength you're going to have to tap into, because this person has extreme confidence that you can help them come back to a reality that they've relapsed in. Okay. Spirits, tell me about these candles from the past. So Hermit mode, you've helped them before with the Lovers. Here we go. You've helped them before, but they couldn't stay on track. And because they go into these rehab facilities, clinics, places, shelters, whatever this is, they're really not getting the help. But I think you know that. So because you've withdrawn from them, you haven't talked to them in a long time, or you walked away because of an immature mind, they need to come back around because of they're almost at the end of something, and it could just very well be their life. And I'm not saying that they're dying or they're getting ready to pass away, but it's the purpose that I'm seeing, and some sort of like long term help that they may want you to kind of take. If they ask you to be a caretaker or their power of attorney, you have to know that they trust you the most, but that's up to you to move forward, because they still make a lot of bad choices. And if you get caught up in being responsible for them or giving them any kind of help, you are going to now be caught back up in this sort of I feel like circle of love that they put you in, but it's conflict. Okay. Tell me about this Two of Presents. One, because you're resourceful. Two, because you're beautiful. And three, like I said before, you balance them out completely in this Sagittarius energy. And I don't want you to feel like a clown or they're popping like a jack out of the box, but this is exactly what they're conjuring up. They're conjuring up something as to where you can help them and be balanced in whatever they're relapsing in, but also it's a financial thing that they have you kind of wanting them to deal with. I don't know if it's to help them with hospital bills, help them with hospital rides. There's something here they find beautiful in you and they need you to like help them out bad. This is complete emptiness. They don't have anybody else. And there are a lot of people without family members, and there are a lot of people who are addicted. Alcohol can just be as addictive as a hard drug, right? But whatever this is that this individual is on, they're relapsing right now and they need your help from. See, the Oogie Boogie always shows the dark side. He's like the bad guy, right? So understanding that bad guys always get some sort of attention, but the nice guys finish last. This energy is tapping in as this person needs your help and they need your help fast, no matter who they are in this category. Do you understand? They're completely powerless right now and still suffering from an addiction. And they need to take you away. They want you to help them, take them in, something along those lines. There's that bottle in the hand where it's always going to be some sort of issue with going back over and over again. That's going to be the problem. I have four cards that have popped up: the Nine of Needles, the 10, 9, 10, the Knight, and two Knights. Wow. Here is what's happening. They are completely on a mission to get something approved in your satisfaction. There will be things that they call you on to try to get insight, or asking them for like some sort of job. They're going to make you feel responsible. And when somebody makes you feel responsible, they don't care what feelings are felt on the other end. They just need to get what they want from you. But in this case, this is going to be something very, very risky, because you're dealing with somebody who is completely immature and irresponsible in their energy. They're going to argue with your family. They're going to fight, continue over money, and they may still relapse over and over again and ask you for something in this fearless energy. They're not afraid to come towards you in any way, because right now they're at a breaking point and they know that they know that the end of life is on the way. Okay. And that's where we need to come to the realization they have an addiction they never got over. They've been doing this since they were children. Page of Potions. And I'm not to be rude, but they are completely insecure. And that's why they overdo it in this excess thing that they do, this addiction. You got the Ace of Presents, the Empress, Taurus, there you are, and then the Eight of Presents. This is going to be a heavy load. This is a heavy load, me not dropping the truth on you at this time, but also what they are still doing. You see, you left them in the thought that you would never speak again because they can't learn a lesson or improve themselves. But now you can see that they're going to have some sort of relapse, and this heavy load is something that you are going to have to take on only if you want to. You're in control, but you're going to be a mother to this person, and you're going to be nurturing somebody who's going to have you withered. I hate to say this. You're going to nurture somebody that they see you as a present, but that's really it. There is no benefit on the opposite side besides you doing some sort of charitable work and just balancing this person out because you can. This is completely up to you. And I feel like they are the ones that are looking for uh, the exception, the love. There's spiders here all over, which means they're trying to get you entangled in some sort of web. And not the spiders here. I'm talking about the spider that she's holding. So the web they want to entangle you in is something you are seriously going to have all strength for. Because if you don't, you're going to be just like them and caught in some sort of addiction to gain control, whether you start drinking or you start smoking heavily or getting into a hard drug or pills, prescription. However this goes, that these people do these days, you've got to know you don't want to take on any of their burdens, and there's a secret in any way. There you are. There you are. This already popped out once. This is the final card. So we've got the death card. We've got the seven of potions, and then the Hierophant, Taurus, Cancer energy. I told you that they're comfortable with you. I told you they don't have family, and you are the one that can kind of speak up for them. There's a spider again too. But you see, just because they look at you as some sort of savior or some sort of winner or some sort of satisfaction, that does not mean that their secrets here, again, that they're not going to be honest with, and you're going to have to pull out of them. There's secrets that they're not going to address. And it's also going to test your patience, because this is things you can't see, so you don't know what to believe. But I'm telling you, on this side of the realm during this magic witching hour, that they are dying here, and death is on the cards here. And it's not in the sense that I want to present this news to you. I just want you to see sometimes the death card really doesn't mean that, but in this sense, they know that it's coming because they keep relapsing over and over again. And they refuse to let this addiction go. So this is what's transitioning them. If they could just stop it, they could get healthy all over again. But you see, they've taken too many chances, not only with the game that they've played, but the fact they won't go get help to change. So you've got to know, Taurus, in this Scorpio energy, that they are really on their deathbed and you're the only one that they can confide in truthfully. Thank you guys for watching. Taurus, you have the strength to say no. Is this somebody you're willing to take into your home?